we're back with Thogden. It's about to go 2 o'clock today where we're going to see the Gareth Southgate 11. Name me 2 players that you're worried that he's not going to bring.
Well, I'm hoping James Ward-Prowse is going to be in there. Fikayo Tomori. There are 2 of my picks.
Okay, the 2 for me I really want to go. I hope he's picked Trent Alexander-Arnold.
Yes.
And he's not picked him on bad form.
Yeah.
And I want to see Callum Wilson as well.
Right, absolutely.
I regretted not putting him in my own team. The only reason I didn't is because I thought Southgate wouldn't pick him. It's 2 p.m. now, so there should be a tweet from England on Twitter.
Look, England. Here we go.
Here we go.
Oh, I love how they're doing it.
Nice transition, isn't it? Nice animations.
Pickford.
Wait, okay, pause it there. Pope.
And Ramsdale.
That is the same 3 England goalkeepers as we selected on our teams.
I think every single pundit has gone for that. No Dean Henderson, not surprising.
Who do you start?
Pickford all day long.
I would start Pickford. For England, he is the man.
Yeah.
He saves penalties when need be. He's just the man who completes the job. Who's your second? If he gets injured, who do you want playing, Ramsdale or Pope?
I would go with Aaron Ramsdale.
I would go Ramsdale as well.
Yeah.
I was a little bit worried about Pope's form in that 3-3 draw against Germany. I still want him there. He's brilliant for Newcastle, but that is the perfect 3 from Gareth. Good start.
Defenders next. Here we go.
By the way, love the animation.
Into another
England
room.
Shirts. I'm wearing one of them.
Trent Alexander-Arnold.
He's in the team. Trent's in the team.
Connor Cody. Eric Dyer. Harry Maguire. Luke Shaw. John Stones.
It's like Christmas.
Kieran Trippier. Kyle Walker.
That's all the defenders.
White. Oh my goodness. So there is
everybody.
No Fikayo Tomori.
No. Tomori's on there.
He's not
He's
on
got
there.
to be.
He's not on there.
What do you mean he's not on there?
They've overlooked him.
Are you serious?
Out of sight, out of mind. He's over in Italy.
He just won the Serie A. He's a Scudetto holder.
Yes.
They've got Maguire on there, but they don't have Tomori.
Also, no Mark Guehi. No Crystal Palace yet, but we will have later, I'm sure.
Yeah, as I selected in my team, I'm sure he's going to be there. But everybody I picked is there apart from Dan Burn and Tomori. Newcastle overlooked again. Dan Burn is versatile. He's big. Do you know what? I reckon he just couldn't fit on the plane. That was the problem.
I'll tell you what,
actually playing. He couldn't get on the plane to Qatar.
And they're taking Connor Cody. I'm not sure about that. And Kyle Walker. I'm not sure he's fit.
I like taking Connor Cody. Will he play a minute of football? Probably not. But for the dressing room, he's a great lad. The teammates know him. He was there at the Euros and we got to a final. So I don't disagree with that. I think it's a risk not bringing Guehi or Tomori though. We have a lack of pace at centre-back.
Yeah.
If we don't play a 3-back, if Kyle Walker's not fit to play, who has pace at centre-back?
Well, you're right, Theo. And if Kyle Walker lasts for 10 minutes and then gets injured, we've wasted a player.
Southgate, from this defensive options, is ready for a back 3.
Yeah, and I've got a little prediction. Based upon picking Kyle Walker, I think we're going to see Calvin Phillips' name next. He's not played much football yet, but obviously Gareth Southgate, he's not worried about injured players.
He played 50 minutes against Chelsea last night in the Cup
League
as well.
Cup, yes. So, one game in months.
No, but they scored 2 goals when he came on. It's good for confidence. And I could tell from the interview that he was excited to see the England lineup.
Midfield.
Okay, before we go on to midfield, 15k likes.
15K
and if we
likes.
get it, we will fly to Qatar. Here we go. They've just
Jude Bellingham, Conor Gallagher, Jordan Henderson, Conor Gallagher, Mason Mount, Calvin
Where's
Phillips.
Ward-Prowse? They Ward-Prowse at the end.
Rice.
They ripped off the piece of paper where Ward-Prowse is. Where's Ward-Prowse?
James Ward-Prowse is not going to Qatar.
Are you serious? What does Ward-Prowse need to do?
I'm no disrespect to Conor Gallagher. He's not ready for this squad.
We picked Gallagher over Ward-Prowse. I mean, if we're talking experience, the man who's played every single game for their club as a captain, as a leader, as a set-piece merchant, whatever you want to say about him, he's the GOAT for Southampton.
You've hit the nail on the head. You said Southampton, yeah? Southampton, Crystal Palace, these are not sexy big clubs.
You're telling me Southgate's picking his players towards the top 6?
I think there is a little bit of a bias there with the Conor Gallagher. I think that's a mistake.
What do you reckon? There's no Maddison. We haven't picked Maddison. The whole world came together to say James Maddison has to be in the England team. The guy's carried Leicester City this season, helped turn it round with Brendan Rodgers, scores goals from all round the pitch, but he's doing so well. It's such a shame that he's not in our midfield list.
If he's not picked Maddison, he's made a very big mistake.
You think so?
Absolutely.
But how much game time would he have got anyway? Let's be real, with the options that he's used to.
The way he's playing, I would hope that he'd get loads of game time.
And I picked Eberechi Eze in my own team. Still no sign of him.
No, that was never going to happen. That was too early.
Let's see the forwards. Here we go. Don't mind a pub. Is that Estrella?
And
Lions Den. Love that. Oh,
Foden,
Grealish, Harry Kane.
Wow.
So we've gone to the forward. So no Maddison. That's the main 3, isn't it? Grealish, Foden and Kane.
That is 3 superb players there.
Yeah, all 3 were key in the Euros. Foden didn't have a great Euros, but Grealish and Kane smashed it. And I'm hoping Phil can adopt a good role this time in the World Cup. He needs to change it around, doesn't he?
And Jack Grealish is coming good at the right time. I thought he was superb in recent days.
I just want to see Foden link up with Kane like he linked up with Haaland this season. Them 2 are a joke for City. And Grealish looks good in the last few games. And Kane, if it wasn't for Haaland having such good stats, he's the best striker in the world. Let's keep going. They're off.
Maddison!
Finally! And Rashford and Saka. What? He's
Brilliant.
going.
Well done, James
And
Maddison.
I know what they did there with the animations. They hid him in the forwards because everybody was going to go and reply and say, oh, no, Maddison. He's in the team. Brilliant decision from Southgate.
I also agree with Marcus Rashford. He's coming good at the right time. Bukayo Saka, obviously.
Rashford is a must. As a striker with pace, if we're looking for a goal in the last 15, 20 minutes, Harry Kane's looking tired, over the top through balls, everything, I think he'll smash it. And Saka, after proving how good he is and making himself a key player in the Arsenal team at the Euros, he's bang on to be in the squad.
And I'd be mentally counting. I think we got 2 left. And it's Sterling, Callum Wilson.
No.
Wilson.
No Ivan Toney. No Tammy Abraham.
Wow. Theo, I tell you what, I'm pleased about Callum Wilson. The
no
way
Crystal
he's
Palace
playing,
players.
every Newcastle fan will look at that and say, well done.
Not a single Crystal Palace player. No Eze, no Guehi, no Tyrick Mitchell. They've all had caps, but they're not in the team.
I guess it's partly because they're very young players, Theo. I would have brought Guehi.
No Tarkowski from Everton as well in defence.
I wouldn't have brought Tarkowski.
We had good options in defence. I think Connor Cody's a good player to bring along, especially because he knows the squad.
I predicted 26 yesterday. 22 of them are there.
Seriously, that's quite a good ratio.
In some ways, I didn't expect Guehi to be picked, and he wasn't. Tomori, I think that's a mistake. Ward-Prowse, I think that's a mistake.
Okay, let's talk about it.
Ivan Toney's not there.
Ivan Toney, that's what I'm going to mention. The Brentford striker who smashed it this season. Everybody had him nailed on. If you check the odds, he was 1-3, and if you know odds, that's basically bang on to go to the World Cup.
Yeah.
The reason he hasn't is because of the recent allegations with betting. If that's anywhere near to that, he can't go. He can't go. It's simple.
We can't comment on the allegations.
No, you can't. But
the timing is bad.
When something like that is going on, you cannot represent your country, and therefore bringing Callum Wilson, who is also played for England, understands Southgate, good for the setup, and he's a great backup for Kane. I'm excited to see what he can do. I mean, Newcastle are the 3rd best team in England right now.
Yes.
After Arsenal and City, it's Newcastle.
You cannot ignore Callum Wilson. You should not have ignored Ivan Toney because innocent until proven guilty.
It's great to see Rashford. I think it's underrated. We're not speaking about it enough. That return to the England squad, he would have never bat an eyelid, Gareth Southgate, if he continued the form he had at the end of last season.
I think if you're a Wales or an Iran or a USA fan or player, you look at this squad list and you think, oh my goodness, we have to play them. Because midfield and forwards, superb.
I think Gareth Southgate has produced what is a good team. The only bad decision was not bringing James Ward-Prowse. Set pieces is a big part of how England play.
Also, penalties.
Maguire in, Tomori out. How do you explain that? How does anyone who's an AC Milan fan who watches every week and sees how good they are explain that? Because I possibly can't.
I was Maguire in, Theo. You know my views on him. I've always defended him. I think maybe he's got... This might be his last big tournament. But I would have taken Tomori over Connor Cody.
But how can you take a man that hasn't played for his club this season? He's been dropped into 4th position choice for his club, even though he's captain.
Yeah.
Isn't that obvious that he's having a bit of a stinker?
He has, and we've seen that, but when he pulls on an England shirt, he's a different player.
And that's why I would also take him. Eric Dyer's gone. I wouldn't have taken Eric Dyer, but we all know Southgate likes that solidity. I'm a little bit worried knowing the centre-back pairing that will probably start will include Dyer and Maguire. One ball over the top against a decent team, and they're clean through. Conor Gallagher to go. I like the move. He's got lots of energy. If there's 20 minutes to go, he'll be chasing down the ball. He'll be looking to score. But to sacrifice him for Ward-Prowse is a big decision. We'll let the comments decide. Overall, let's give a grade for Gareth Southgate on the team we've just seen. For his decisions, out of 10,
I would give him 7 out of 10.
I would give him 8.5 out of 10. Comment below what ranking you'd give him as well. Solid overall. I'm excited for the World Cup. Do you think we stand a chance? Can we win the World Cup?
I think we're one of 8 teams who could. I'm going for the last 8.
England fans are amazing at being that 12th man compared to other countries. So let's not say Southgate out and all this. It's done now. We've got to support our country. He's not going to leave and a new manager's going to come in Qatar. Forget it. We're backing him. We're going to be singing his name out. We're going to be passionate. I know it's winter. Enjoy yourself, but enjoy yourself by being friggin' disciplined.
I agree, Theo. Let's get behind the manager. Let's get behind the boys. Let's get behind the country and let's bring it home.
Come on. That concludes it all. The comment section is going to be crazy. We always have a chance. We've got the fresh kit on. I'm excited to see what a tournament will be like in the winter, but we're bringing it home for Christmas. Come on,
England. Let's do it.
It's coming home. It's coming. Football's coming home.